do I want a baby? But that shouldn't be the first question you ask yourself, in my opinion, right? Like, it's more like, can I have a baby?
Master on the beat, let's get it.
Wait, what was the question? Hold on, I didn't see it. Steroids. Oh, everyone.
Dark side.
Don't even cap. Nah. Hell no. You never considered SARMs. You never considered just growth hormones. You never considered any of that. Nah, that's cap, bro. Cap. Oh, this one might be interesting. All feminists think the same. That just depends on who they cast, though. Like, do they cast some real feminists or just man haters? You know, that's the big problem with today's feminists. They're anti-man, or they're not like just pro equality, but they are anti-man instead. So interesting. No, I'm not playing the game, bro. Get out of here.
Femininity and womanhood is so much more than just, getting dressed up and putting on makeup and just the way I feel. It's who I am on a biological level.
Okay. Interesting.
Men can be feminists.
Yes, 100%
3,
agree.
2, 1, go.
100% agree. Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm wearing a hoodie that says men can be feminists too. I feel like I have to be over here.
Wow.
I think most men that are feminists are like usually either lazy, virtue signaling, just want to see tits, or access to easy sex.
I think it depends on your definition
What?
of feminism. Like modern.
What? So hold on. So she said it's a gateway for pussy. That's what she said, no? I mean, I bet some guys would try that. I wouldn't hold it against them because, males try anything to get in the pants. But lately, feminism has really scared away males. All right, like the moment we guys hear, oh, you're a okay, hey, I'm going that way. Most people don't want to associate with feminists anymore. The ones we see on the internet are so crazy. It's scary as fuck. Let's see what the other one had to say.
Or access to easy sex.
I think it depends on your definition of feminism. Like modern day feminism, I would say yes.
Yes.
Like traditional feminism, like advocating for,
Equality.
traditional femininity and non-discrimination in the workplace. Like, I think those things men can agree with.
I see what you're saying when you're like, there's this performative feminism that a lot of guys do. So
Yeah.
if a male feminist is like, oh, I only support like women and it's just only about that, but he's not even talking about how like feminism needs to support men or like trans people or whatever, then there is a performativeness to it.
White feminist voices are too loud. 3, 2, 1,
They're gonna
go.
agree. No, not all of them. Okay.
I somewhat
Okay.
agree, like that white feminist voices are too loud, but then I think that they become really good at using black women or black faces when they want to, push their movement further.
I agree that it's probably not balanced, and I think it probably needs to be more equal. I guess the reason why I'm at somewhat disagree is just because I'm hesitant to say that anyone speaking up for their views is too loud.
I think that's fine, and I can definitely see what you're saying. I just hate like when some of these movements use black women when it's convenient for them.
Oh
There's
yeah.
not discussion about the Latinas immigrant, how they get treated on the feminist movement. It's always about either the pro-choice side or something else that is more interesting to white.
When you think of feminism, you usually think of a white lady. And I think
Yeah.
that's
Karen.
still perpetuated, even
Karen.
though there'd be like a lot of black women behind the scenes doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and often are in a lot of civil rights movements. White women have certain rights they need through feminism as other people, but they're just always taken more seriously by everyone.
I'll read off a list of public figures and you'll Go to your left if you believe the person to be a feminist, or the right if you don't think they're a feminist.
Oh,
Kim,
I
it's
would have
such a
said
dumb.
yes, and there's still the
Can we just go back to the
under
real
is such
questions?
about-
This is dumb.
trans women are women.
Oh, here we go.
3, 2,
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, they are women, but they will never be female. They will never have the biological makeup of a female. And anyone who disagree with that, you're just wrong, right? That's just how it is. That's how it is. So let's see.
1, go.
So everyone should agree, right? Oh, hold up. Oh, hold on. This is interesting. I like how the males was like, yeah, I agree. And the females like, nah, ain't no way they females, bro. They gonna get periods. It's not fair.
I think we're all just positioned here based on our political beliefs, and as for how we see the LGBTQ.
I mean, I think it's also split between, all the men are on that side and all the women are on this side. I know, being a woman, that there are certain things that we have to deal with as women that people who are not, biologically women don't have to deal with. I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's
have
true.
to deal with having our periods and go through that really awkward stage when we're 13, and people who are, trans women don't have to go through that.
Trans women live their entire lives as women. They don't turn it off. It's not something that they're turning off, and then to come up to them and say, oh yeah, I see you doing this, but you're not a woman. It's kind of insulting.
How do you live your life as a woman? Because every single time somebody says that, they name the most stereotypical things. It's like putting on a dress, putting on makeup.
Okay.
It's biological.
She going in.
All
Okay,
women are
cool.
I
biological.
can't be a man.
So
I
if
can't
Hey,
be
what's
a
up,
man, no
Boris
matter
the
how
fanboy?
much I
What's up, man?
try.
What's
I
up?
can't be you.
And it's
Thanks
just,
for the follow.
chromosomes, and that's it.
Are the differences just chromosomes, just having children? That's so hurtful and discriminatory against women, because femininity and womanhood is so much more than just, getting dressed up and putting on makeup and just the way I feel. It's who I am.
Yeah, you could also
on
just
a
be a gay man
biological
if you're just
level.
feminine,
So
right?
for you, it is the ability to create life, and that's basically what makes you a woman.
What makes you
No,
a
that
man?
makes you
Or
female.
Would you consider yourself a man? I probably should.
Yeah,
ask, 'cause
I was born a man. I behave as a man. I carry
So
myself
what would I
through
have to
society
do to
as
be
a man.
like you?
So,
I want to be a man now.
So we can both agree that our society has things that men generally do, things that women generally do, right? If you start to fall on one side of the spectrum versus the other side of the spectrum, then you're going to be treated as that gender.
I think it's a little obscure that we're looking at it as such a basic requirement, more so that, humans are much more evolved than any other animal, so why are we still using just the requirement of, well, if that person has a penis, he's a male, or that person has a vagina, they're a female?
I think you're a masculine.
Because
woman.
that's true.
Or-
Like, women and men and female and male, that's not the same thing. People want to be a girl, then be girl. What? People want to be a girl, then be girl? Oh, yeah. Yeah, facts. I mean, they can, right? But it's just, like, females and women are not the same thing. Like she said, like, what is, like, how do you live as a woman, right? I don't know. It's complicated. It's not my place to say anything about that, because I have no experience with anything like that.
Or a feminine man. That doesn't make you that gender. And to try to deny just basic biological facts. We all learn this in high school. Let's stop acting like it's something new and different now, because it's the hip thing to say.
I think there's a lot of conflating of being female versus being a woman. Being female is chromosomal, it's what you're born as.
There you go.
Being a woman is a societal construct.
There you
They
go.
can align, yours obviously all align. Like you pointed over here, you're all the men over here. The first 30 years of my life, I was a woman. I transitioned. It's a disconnect with what you're born as and what you feel you should
So
be.
gender dysphoria.
Yes.
Okay, I can believe that. I 100% could believe that. Yeah.
If it was just
Oh, that's some
I
good
just wanted to
casting
be
this
a
time, bro.
masculine woman, then sure. That's
Are you
easy.
Swedish?
But
no, I'm Dutch. I'm
that
Dutch.
didn't work. I'm not going to say I'm male. I wasn't born with XY. That'll never change, and no trans person will ever tell you they're biologically born that way, because if anyone knows anything about biology, it's trans people. That's why they have to get hormones and do all this other stuff. And it doesn't take away your womanhood if someone else is a different type of woman. It's a different experience that shouldn't make you feel less of a woman if they're around, or vice versa.
Do you all feel like the feminist movement should be fighting for trans women within that movement?
I mean, it should be fighting for everyone's genders, whether they're trans women, trans men, cis women.
What kind of
cis
question
men,
is
or
that,
non-binary.
bro? Like, if feminism is necessarily, you know, about equality, right, between genders, so who gives a fuck? Like, put all the genders in there. Denmark? No, Netherlands. Why do you think I'm Swedish? That's what I want to know. That makes me curious. I've never heard anyone ask me, am I Swedish? Why not put all the genders in feminism? Who gives a fuck, right? Like, it's the primary objective is equality, right? Which, you know, in my opinion, equality can never really happen, but we can make it as fair as possible, right? So,
Binary people, that's just part of feminism.
I don't think so. I think it defeats the entire movement.
oh, okay.
Every feminist should be pro-choice. 3,
Oh, here we go.
2, 1, go.
Okay, so what are they gonna pick? What are they gonna pick? Pro-choice, pro-choice. I think every feminist should be pro-choice. That's a really difficult one. I think most of them are gonna agree. Oh,
I
never
consider
mind.
myself to be a pro-life feminist, and I think that the idea that we can tell women that they can't identify as feminists unless they say that they're pro-choice goes totally against everything that feminism stands for.
I agree with that, and I think there's actually something that's beautiful about womanhood and women in general, and something that kind of shows ways that modern feminism has kind of been a little exclusionary, because women come from all different backgrounds and thought processes, and I think we should support the freedom of choice, the freedom of speech, regardless of the lifestyle that that woman wants to choose.
If you personally
Yeah, but you're putting a child in a, you know, it could be a really not a great situation, right? Not a great living situation, but like you're putting a child in this situation with like poor living situation, like poor financial situation. Like if you really want to go through that, you're just essentially ruining that child's life because you want to have a choice. Like, what? I don't get it, bro.
feel you're pro-life, that's fine. Feminism as a movement should be pro-choice to allow anyone to choose whatever path they want to have, whether they want to have children or not have children or have abortions or whatever. But if feminism is pro-life, then you've blocked one group of people from choosing whether they want to have abortions or their own family planning.
One of the pushbacks that I would just love to give is I believe that abortion is wildly discriminatory against women and against people with disabilities.
What?
Baby girls are aborted at a higher rate, which is so sexist. And so I truly don't think that you
What?
can
No.
be a feminist
What?
who is pro.
What? Hold on. Where do you get the stats from that more female or girls are getting aborted? Because that's dumb. That's dumb. Because newsflash, all right, every baby starts as a female, all right. That's why males have nipples. That's the only reason. So of course, yeah, female. Oh, that's stupid, bro. That's dumb. But hey, okay, whatever. Go ahead.
Pro-choice, because these are discriminatory practices.
So I am pro-choice. I feel like somebody should have whatever type of choice that they want to make. They should have an equal say as far as, hey, this is my body. I want to be able to have an abortion. Or
Yeah.
just as equally, I want to say, I'm going to have this baby. So, and I do believe it's 100% up to the woman. A feminist should probably be more aligned with giving someone
100% up to the women. Like, so if the man who created the baby, right, is not okay with it, it's still fine to go over with it, even though the male doesn't want it to. Like, but you do ask some fucking child support, don't you? Don't you? Yeah, that's fucked. Brenda, make it so fucking complicated. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, man. Like, people should just stay out of each other's business, man. Like, if you want to abort a baby, go ahead. If you don't do it. Hey, but just know you might ruin a kid's life that you are selfishly taking, right? Like, you were not prepared for this situation. You didn't plan on it. Otherwise, you wouldn't think of abortion. People make stupid mistakes. That's how it is.
Their own choice.
Menstrual products should be free.
Oh.
2, 1. Go.
Oh, menstrual products should be free. At least the medication, right? Most abortions are from being... Yeah, true. That's true. So, but there's also just unexpected babies, you know? That happens more often than not. So, and then you have to, like, decide, like, yo, do I want a baby? But that shouldn't be the first question you ask yourself, in my opinion, right? Like, it's more like, can I have a baby? Right? Like, am I in a good state that I can raise a child in a good environment with not a lot of stress and anxiety and just overall, you know, stuff like that? I don't know. It's a tough question. I hope I'll never have to answer that question.
Just being able to provide, for example, on the low-income school, you know, there's a lot of girls that cannot afford them, you know, and they're ashamed to ask for it.
I mean, I personally believe that anything that you didn't, I guess, ask for, like menstrual cycles, or even, I mean, if we get into healthcare, I think that should all be added on.
I believe that everyone
wait, hold on. What did he say?
Ask for, like menstrual cycles, or even, I mean, if we get into healthcare, I think that should all be added on.
Wait, so if I break my leg, I should get free? What? Wait. Oh, okay. Am I financially and emotional able? The first fucking question. Yes. Yes, facts. Like, some people shouldn't have children, you know? Like, if you got anger issues, you shouldn't have kids, alright? You shouldn't have kids. Because that kid is gonna get beat, alright? And not, like, rightfully beat, but just beat because you're angry, so... But what did this guy... What?
I believe...
I mean...
Say this again, bro.
You know, and they're ashamed to ask for it.
I mean, I personally believe that anything that you didn't, I guess, ask for, like menstrual cycles, or even, I mean, if we get into healthcare, I think that should all be added on.
I believe that everyone should be compensated.
That's so... Huh? What? Whatever, I'll move on. I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
I think that should all be added on.
I believe that everyone should be compensated for their labor, and I believe that creating and producing menstrual products, it's a service, and that people should get paid.
Well, nobody's saying that they won't get paid.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you were born a woman. You didn't ask to have periods, so now you have to go out and pay taxes on, you know, you have to pay more taxes than I do because I don't have to buy tampons or whatever.
Yeah.
Is this like a pandemic of women like bleeding through their clothes or something? Because I've worked with low-income families. This is never an issue I've ever heard other than on social media. Now, are there instances, or may there be segments in people's lives where they need like things, or they need help, or they need the community to get behind them? Absolutely. But I don't think it's this huge crisis that everybody is making it out to be. I just have not seen it.
Okay.
Every woman should be a feminist. 3, 2,
That's interesting.
1, go.
Okay. Strongly
Once
disagree.
again, I feel like that kind of goes against everything.
Grace
that
really
really
the, how do you say that? The black and white person, right? Like, she's either strongly disagree or strongly agree, right? There's no in between. She's always like on yes or no.
for, by saying that a woman has to think a certain way.
Every woman should be a feminist instead of every woman has to be a feminist. That's kind of why I went to the strongly agree. Yes, you should be a feminist if you're a woman because you should want equal rights.
Yeah.
Going back, I think people have really misinterpreted the word feminism, you know, but most women should be feminist, but they are. I think to me they are. I don't know any woman that it's not.
I feel like anyone
anyone
who wants to have equality, right? Like wherever is you know, as a woman, right? Is a feminist. The Netherlands flag, a Luxembourg flag in the shadow. Oh, because the blue is darker? Is that it? You would be surprised, bro. Someone made a video complaining about her Dutch vacation. I have a video on my channel about it. It's hilarious. And she put the Luxembourg flag on the thumbnail, bro. On God. Look, I just copied the thumbnail, of course, right? It's literally the wrong flag, bro. It's literally the wrong flag. Go check the video out if you care. It's called "A Karen Goes to a Country and Is Mad." Really like that video. It's such a shame it only has like what 96 views. That's a shame. But hey, whatever. It's whatever. Oh, there you go.
Of the extreme feminism. Like for example, I like to serve my husband. You know, that's something I like. That doesn't make me not a feminist. That's who I am. He likes to do other things like change my tires. I will never do that. That doesn't mean I'm not a feminist, you know?
And that is officially a wrap, you guys.
Oh, wow.
You know what? I gotta say, this is one of the least toxic videos I've seen of this channel. Like for real, like most of these videos are like really toxic, right? Or like really one-sided or just stupid, right? Because the casting is just horrible. But this one was good. Same with the cosplay one. It was fun. That was fun.